What's going on, guys? This is Gainz Gaming. Today we are going to be talking about farms, and specifically how I use all of my farms. So many of you know that I am all about efficiency in Rise of Kingdoms. Having tailored most of my videos to low spenders and free-to-play players, I am a huge advocate for having multiple farm accounts. If you don't know how to migrate your farm accounts into your kingdom with your main account, check out the video in the top right over here. I'll put it in. Feel free to check out that video so you can migrate your old farm accounts into your one kingdom, and that way you can have tons of farm accounts and gather billions of resources for your main account. So basically what we're going to be talking about today is how I log into my farm, how often I log into them, and what I really do with them in order to get resources to my main, but also not spend tons of time on farm accounts where it just doesn't really matter a whole lot, and kind of give myself a little bit of balance with Rise of Kingdoms and just regular life. So we are going to go ahead and jump over to my first farm here. And one of the first things you want to do with your farm accounts is make sure you are in a farm alliance. So you can see here I have all my farms in the same alliance. It'll pop up here in 1 second. We are in 47 IC. This is the main farm account for my alliance here. So we're going to go ahead and get verification done. That's like the worst part about having farm accounts, is a lot more verifications, but you can see I have a little bit of a farm colony here. I have not logged in since reset. It's been about 2 hours since reset, so we'll go ahead and claim our daily gifts there. And so I'll kind of walk you guys through what I do on each of my accounts. You can see this is my highest power farm at 23 million power, City Hall level 25. You can take a look at my other City Hall levels. I do have 3 at level 25, and I have 4 at level 23. And so the reason why you want to get these to level 25 is because that way you can get into Season of Conquest with them. Otherwise, you're not even able to enter Season of Conquest when you get there. So I've prioritized these 3 accounts into gathering resources for my main, and then these 4 accounts prioritizing just upgrading buildings so I can get up to City Hall 25 and then eventually start sending resources to my main account. So I can take a look here at my account on this one. So 23 million power. You can see I have gathered 4.7 billion resources and I've sent 4.6 billion to my main account. I'll kind of show you guys through my farm account here and just kind of give you a little glimpse of like what a farm account looks like, just kind of passively doing things, doing a couple barbarian forts, doing a couple barbarians here and there. I don't really spend down all my action points because I don't want to spend a ton of time on my farm accounts, because on 8 different accounts the time adds up quite quickly and I don't want to spend all my time playing Rise of Kingdoms. So we are going to go ahead and just claim all this stuff that you get on a daily basis. And so we will buy out the shop with however many coins we have. There we go. We are on level 69 here in Expedition. I've been trying to get up to level 70-1 and 2. I just am not able to get past 69 and 70 yet. So I need to get more troops and just more commanders as well upgraded. Right now I have been prioritizing my defense on my farms just in case a rogue player ever goes crazy and starts trying to zero farm accounts. So I have my YSS in there. I have him 5-3-3-4. So I've been putting my universals into YSS because I don't need my universals in any other commander, because I'm not going to be fighting with this account. It'll only be for gathering and then stuffing flags, garrisons, and rallies as well in KVK. So basically the first thing that I do when I log on to my farm account is I claim my VIP, which I just did. I also go into Expedition, I claim that. And then if I know I'm not going to be on for reset the next day, so in about 22 hours for me, because you can see we are at 226 UTC. If I'm not going to be online at like 2350 UTC, I use up my Sunset Canyon attacks as well. And I do have a video on how to prop your main account up in Sunset Canyon. And the way you do that is by attacking it with your farm account. So you can see right here, I have my main account that I'm attacking with my farm. And so I basically go to history, I go to revenge, and then I can get my attacks in. I can get the extra loot that you get for free. So you can see right here, I get 5 minutes of speed ups, some materials, some XP, and some more materials. So I do that, A, just to get my main account up in ranks, and then B, just to get some extra speed ups for my farm account to train troops. And you can see that adds up quite a bit. Obviously I have been training with this account. I did have it in Season of Conquest KVK in 2368, and I was doing Bastion Quest, I was doing Crystal Technology. You can see I have 12,000 season coins, but if I go all the way down here, I have 18 crystal chests that I'll be getting in the next KVK for Crystal Technology. And so it shows I was spending crystals, I was spending AP on barbarians and If I take a look here, my AP is pretty low on this account for a farm because I did do a lot of barbarians in KVK, which obviously paid pretty well with the speed ups that I got, and I got to train a ton of troops as well. I've been prioritizing T4 in this account, so I have 850,000 T4 infantry that I can send to die in this next KVK, which is pretty phenomenal. I'm really excited to be able to do that. And so that's one of the other great things about having multiple farm accounts is all my farms are now training T4, and so that's going to make it way easier to reinforce flags, garrisons, and rallies in KVK. The next thing that I will be focusing on this farm account is going into technology, making sure this doesn't max out. So you can see I have 19. It was about to expire in about 9 minutes. So we're going to max that out. Make sure we're donating to the technology. We're claiming our alliance territory earnings, this is another reason why you want to be in farm alliances, because I mean it's very, very easy to build up resources just off that alone, and then also claiming the stuff as well. And then the next thing we want to focus on is just the daily objectives. I try to get all 100 right away. That way I don't have to force myself to log back in later in the day, because I want to make sure I get the golden key, the gems, crystal key, and the magic chest as well when I get to 100 daily points. So what I like to do is summon a barbarian. So I don't want to march all the way over here if I'm in a rush trying to get through 8 accounts. So what I like to do is search for a level 12 barbarian or a level 11 or 10 barbarians. So these summon a lot closer to your city. And so that's one little hack that you can do. You can't do level 13. It stops at level 12. You can see level 13 is way over here. But this is a good way to get your 5 barbarian attacks right away. You can see in the small problem and the hazard cleanup, you get 10 points right away. So I like to do that with my farm accounts. Obviously, with a higher level farm, I like to try to get the higher level ones. And so I might like start sending my troops out, and obviously this barbarian is going to die before all my 5 marches get there most likely. And I don't worry about what kind of troops I'm sending there because I don't care about experience right now, because everything I have is pretty much where I need it to be. And so I'll just spend a little bit of AP, and then while I'm doing barbarians, I'll just go ahead and start doing some other daily quests that I know I'll be able to finish pretty quickly. And so another thing you want to take into account is just how much AP you want to spend on your farm accounts. Obviously, I'm not going to go all the way down to 0, but I'm going to get some value for the AP I have available. But while we are waiting for our barbarians to be killed here, we're going to go ahead and do some other quests. So we're going to use 5 resource tokens so I can get the do more with less. I'm going to go ahead into boosts. We're going to do the enhanced gathering and resource production. So we're going to go ahead and get all those at level 24 or for 24 hours. We'll make sure we kill this level 14 barbarian as well. And then we are going to go into the commander tab. We're going to go 5 experience right there. That's going to get the power of knowledge. We're going to take a look at the event calendar. We can see we have a couple of these to claim. So I go ahead and I claim all these real quick. And obviously I'm not pushing very far on this. I just do the ones that come pretty easily. It's like spending action points, killing barbarians. Those are very easy. And then we also have the legendary tavern. So we're going to go ahead and claim that. Other than this, I don't really play any accounts on any of my farm accounts just because I don't want to spend the time doing that because it's going to take way too long. And so we're going to go ahead and keep on doing barbarians while we're finishing our quests. We also have silver keys that we need to do. So we're going to go ahead and use some of our treasure at the queen until we get to 10 keys. There we go. And that way we can just open them all at once. You can see I do have my crystal and my gold keys expired right there. So we'll go ahead and open those up as well so the timer restarts. Otherwise you're kind of losing out on value because it's a free gold key and a free crystal key every 2 days in 1 hour. Go ahead and open those. We're going to keep on doing barbarians as we do these quests. And then as you can see, it does scale up pretty quickly. And then at level 50 or at 50 points, you're going to get the Lutheran scrolls. And so we'll go ahead into our city and do that. So you can see in challenges, daily gift 50 out of 50. And then that way we can get some free value here as well. I don't really push any of the other quests in that event. I just do the 50, and that way it's pretty simple. I get pretty much everything I need maxed out on there. And then we also want to make sure we do a blacksmith material production. We're going to collect resources. So the one issue here is that our troops are not anywhere near done, And so we're not going to be able to get to level 100 right away on this account. And so what I want to do is get up to 80. So that way when I claim my troops, I will get all the way up to level 100 and I don't have to worry about anything else. So typically I want to make sure I get the courier station done, but we have 8 out of 10. So that'll happen when I get my troops trained. And so that'll be 20 plus an additional 10. So that puts us at 94 points. And so now I know that if I gather, I can do food and wood and I'll get up to 100. And I don't have to do any road building or technology or anything like that. I'll get it very easily when I train my troops and collect resources. So that means I can send my troops back to my city and heal whatever's in my hospital. So really nothing at all. And then we are going to go ahead and get over to our pit. So going to go over here. We're going to go to the Alliance Mother Load. And then we're going to get ready to send our troops over. You can see in this alliance, we really want you to donate to tech because it takes 2 seconds and it helps you and it helps the alliance. So you should always be donating to tech, whether it's on a farm account or on a main account. It's basically no resources cost to you. It gives you credits and it gives the alliance credits as well. So no downside to it, all upsides. So you always want to make sure you're donating to tech. Also want to make sure you have your best march going to the pit. So we're going to go ahead and send our troops over there. And then what I like to do is look for level 6. And since I'm kind of in a secluded area, I typically find level 6, at least for my main farm accounts, the ones that will be sending resources over to my main. And so I've been prioritizing mostly food and wood. And so that's what I'm going to be gathering on this account. You can see I have about 60 million food and 30 million wood right there. I am also obviously gathering with the pits on my main gathering march, and that way I can gather up a ton of gold for my main account as well. You can see my bag, I haven't emptied it in a while, but I do have quite a bit of resources in here from KVK that I just haven't emptied yet. So before we get into KVK, I'll be doing that on this account in order to get my main account a lot more resources. I also have a fair bit amount of keys open here as well. And then I also have supply boxes that I haven't opened. I'll go ahead and do that. We got a gold key, we got some silver keys, some speed ups, and then some resources as well. So nothing huge, but you want to make sure you're opening that kind of stuff just to get your main account more resources and things like that. I don't want to open these until I'm gonna send myself resources, but I know that when I do, I'll probably have about 250 million of food and wood and about 200 million gold to send over when the time comes. And obviously from my other 2 farms that will be sending resources as well. So I will go over to my 3rd farm real quick and I'll show you what I do on this one because this one has been here for a little bit longer. And what I like to do is choose one account to gather food and then one account to gather wood. So this is the account that I gather food with, and so I don't really gather much wood. I pretty much only gather food. I'm at 100 million food right now. I believe my other account, Farm 4, is at about 110 million wood right now. And so I basically do the same thing on this account. I claim my VIP 9 on this one, so I'm getting epic heads. I go ahead and I collect my resources. I do my blacksmith. I go in here, I do my 5 resource tokens. Go ahead and do my boosts. You can see like it goes pretty quickly, and I typically do it on my phone, which is even faster. But we're gonna go ahead and do the silver coin. Gonna get the keys opened. So we have 10 keys. We're gonna get that quest done right away. The reason why I do 10 is because it's a lot faster than selecting one at a time to do one at a time for keys. It's a lot faster just to do 10 and then finish it right away. That way you can be a little more efficient with your time, especially when you're doing multiple accounts. It just goes a lot faster, and I don't play on the PC a whole lot, and so I'm still kind of getting used to where all the buttons are because it's a little bit different than my phone. And so it's about twice as fast when I do it on my phone. And so obviously it's taking a little bit longer because I'm not used to it, but I think as I get used to the PC, it'll come a little bit easier for me. Like I said, it's very easy to be active on your farm accounts. I mean, even if you can take 2 minutes a day on each of your farms, it goes a long way. Even on this farm, I've sent 1.7 billion to my main account. Took quite a bit to get it to level 25, and then obviously this other one is at 739 million, so not as much in that account, but these two I've just started to prioritize getting up to level 25. I finally got them right when I got over to 2247. And so now I've been gathering resources to send over to my main. And obviously I do have a ton in here as well. Like here's 43 million food right there. Plus I have all these resource packs that I can open up. I also have some keys saved up on here as well, supply boxes. I mean, everything here adds up quite a bit. So making sure you're getting all the value out of your farm accounts, staying active on them. I mean, taking 2 to 3 minutes on each account. Even if you don't get your daily activity points up to level 100, you're just sending farmers out, like even just twice a day. I mean, that's better than nothing. And so opening up these events, using your keys, training troops, it goes a long way in Rise of Kingdoms, as many of you know. Just trying to be efficient with your time, being able to get as much value as you can for your time goes a very long way, especially on multiple accounts, because on your main account, you obviously want to make sure you do all the events, you get all your daily quests done, get the 100 gems every day. But on your farm accounts, it's not as important, but it does go a long way if you have the time to do so. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions on farm accounts or how to optimize them even more, let me know down in the comments what videos you want to see next in the future. Thanks again for checking in. I'll see you guys next time.